What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest combat sports and culture show in the entire universe, the Fight Podcast. I'm your host, SERG VICENTE, and today we have a fantastic guest. I am so honored to have this dude. If you guys know a little bit about myself, you know I have an affinity for not just kickboxing, but Muay Thai. Again, that is my main background, and to be able to have a guest like this on is a real treat. Joining us today is not only the best kickboxer in the world, we have the best Muay Thai fighter in the world too. I said it, and we're going to stand on that. The best overall kickboxer in the world. We are talking about the immortal one, Regian Eersel, fighting the champ over at One Championship. Regian, my brother, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely, man. Well, look, bro, again, I'm honored. You are, my friend, the absolute best kickboxer in the world. I think at this point in time, it's not even a question to be able to go out there and win, in One Championship, which we'll talk about in a moment because they're so fantastic at what they do. But in kickboxing and then transitioning and going into a whole nother sport, because people don't understand, Muay Thai is a different sport than
Yep,
kickboxing, and winning a
yep.
championship against an extremely dangerous opponent there as well. Fam, congratulations. Dude,
Thank you.
what makes Regian Eersel such a fantastic kickboxer? Like, why are you so good at kickboxing, bro?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know really. It's just I think the way how everything felt, the pieces of the puzzle fell in
Uh-huh.
each other, and I think
Absolutely.
it started like when I was when I just watched the K1 show, in television in Japan, and as a
Yeah,
kid, I wanted to compete in front of many people, and traveling the
absolutely.
world, and that was the start of a dream, and
Right.
yeah, my dream came true right now. So I'm living
Amazing.
the dream life,
Oh, dude, seriously, man. You like I said, you got a family, two beautiful kids, like winning championships. I mean, this dude's living the dream for real.
Yeah,
Look, I
man.
have to ask you this, man. So you started off, you were watching K1, and I think anybody whom really loves, kickboxing and Muay Thai started off, watching that.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started really consuming, kickboxing, and how were you when you first really started training?
I think I was like, I think age of 9, 10, when I watched the K1 on television.
Yeah,
And back
yeah,
then I was like, this is cool to see, and I think also
yeah,
cool to do, And
yeah.
I started with kickboxing Muay Thai when I was 15 years old.
Man, and
Yes.
dude, so you've only really been doing it at a high level for what? Less than 10 years. You've
Yeah,
really
bro.
been
I'm
doing this.
29 now, so
Yeah, well, 15. Well, we'll
15
give you a
years.
couple.
Yes, yes,
15.
yes, yes.
Well, to be
15
at that
years.
level, and you've been winning championships already for over 5, 6 years. So that
Yes,
says
yes,
something for so watching it, coming up and everything. Um, you're from Suriname.
yes,
You rep obviously, Amsterdam and everything. You're living there now. What is it
yes,
about that part of the world that just breeds so many amazing? I mean, I tell people all this shit all the time. If I'm
yeah,
looking for the best kickboxers and the best gyms in the world, I look at Thailand, I look at
yeah,
Amsterdam, and then I look at the oceanic region, right? I look at like New Zealand and all those guys over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
What is it about Amsterdam that is just breeds these amazing athletes?
I think the difference between us and the world is
Yeah.
that we took the Muay Thai style and
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
changed it uh, to our own Dutch style, and
Yeah.
we stick to the
Put
Dutch
those
style.
hands with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we stick to the Dutch style, and I think all the most of the trainers in the gyms in the Netherlands have
Uh-huh.
experience in fighting, especially fighting
Which
in,
makes a difference.
foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they bring the experience also into their students. So you have the Dutch style,
Yeah.
and the experience of the trainers comes all together in the students. So I think
Yeah.
that's why we are like unique,
Oh, man, watching and for those who don't know Dutch style, you guys absolutely the Muay Thai guys. it's a little bit more slower paced. They use a lot more kicks. It takes them a while to kind of get going. Dutch style, y'all just start whooping ass from the jump. You guys
Yes,
go out
yes.
there, you put paws on folks and everything. And now
Yeah.
let me ask you this again, because there is a people look at, you know, obviously Muay Thai and kickboxing as a specific style. There's a more of a plotting style.
Yeah.
You are dynamic in what you do. You're going out there, you know, the different variety, changing stances, moving around. How did you, was it like just something that you just started developing your own style like that, or was it your coaches taking your strengths and kind of putting their own spin on it?
I think both. You know,
Okay.
my coaches learn me some certain style, you know, and
Yeah,
when they learn the style into me, I'm like, okay, you know, you have two things. You learn from your coaches and you have your own
of
thoughts.
course.
That two
Yeah,
things, and
yeah.
I mix that together, you know. So when my coach say left right, I'm always thinking like, okay, but you can also do right left, you know, instead of
Right.
left right, you know. So
Yeah,
I mix
yeah.
my the style of my coaches and I mix my own style, and they put it all together inside of the ring or the cage, you know.
Oh,
So,
bro, it is something to watch, man, and especially because, and it's interesting watching your style because you usually have a reach on your opponents. Your last fight, I think you had something like a 6 to 8 inch reach on Buddy, but you do
yeah,
such a good job of getting on the inside. Is that a
yeah, yeah.
strategic, you know, a plan for you, being that you're longer and you already know, like, look, if I can get on the inside, like, there's nothing they can do if I stay on the outside. Is that like a strategic thing, or is just like you just like to squabble, so you can just go in there and get it cracking?
It's both. It's both. I think it's both. You know, it's
Yeah,
strategic, but also like I love, you know, toe to toe. You know, see who's the strongest fighter.
yeah.
But also it's also a mental game because most of
Okay.
my opponents don't think I'm gonna stand toe to toe. You know, because I have
Yeah.
that reach advantage, and when I
Right.
stand toe to toe, it's like, you know, it's like a surprise. Like they didn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So you know, it comes from both sides. You know.
Oh, bro. No, it's really, you have a, and that's the thing. I think people are always, people, the biggest like knock that people always give champions, that champions don't go forward and go after it. You're somebody that
Yeah.
it seems like you're always going after it. You're the one pushing the pace of the fight
Yeah, I have
while
to. I have
keep,
to.
bro. It's awesome, man. You and the thing is, you tend to keep your technique, and that has to be a credit to your training. So in terms of training camp for yourself, like,
Yeah.
what does it consist of? Is it like, you know, mostly sparring and technique work? Are you doing a lot of road work? Like, what helps you get over the hump in that fight like that? Because you really do have that extra gear that a lot of other, you know, fighters don't seem to have.
Yeah, that's my name, the Immortal, you know. But yeah, yeah, for me the training is I do a lot of cardio, of course, because
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
my stamina is very
For
good.
sure. For sure.
Um,
Sure.
and the technique we do like a normal training of me is technique and sparring. So we
Okay.
do like 1.5 hour, and then we do most of the time 1 hour technique, and then half hour, 20 minutes sparring. And
Ah, okay.
from the cardio, I run 3 times, 4 times a week, and one time also swimming. So
Nice. Oh, okay.
that helps me also a lot, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, I do nothing special.
I mean, that makes it so. Do you spar? Is it sparring like in every, how often do you spar a week? Is it like every day you spar a little bit?
Yeah, every day a little bit, but like on
Little,
a low pace, you know, not hard sparring, just technical. And once a
right.
week, we do hard sparring.
Okay, it's like
Yeah.
the ties call it. You essentially you play. You have a couple days where you play. You guys,
Yes,
you move
yes,
around,
exactly.
feel each other. Yeah, dude, I
Yes,
love
exactly.
that. All right, well,
Exactly.
let me ask you the changing gears slightly. You're
Yeah.
somebody, and I always in America, you know, in the States, we call it the culture, right? Black folks, black and brown folks. You know, there's a an energy that we have from hip hop to art
Yeah.
and culture and everything.
Yeah.
One thing that I have noticed from guys who are, you know, fighters from Amsterdam, but specifically Suriname, you
Yeah.
guys seem to also kind of carry the culture with you and that swagger and everything with you. Can you speak to that a little bit, man? Because you guys really, I mean, I peeped you like listening to hip hop. I peep you out here. You know, I seen your crew that you kick it with. You kicking it with a
Yeah,
whole bunch of dudes. And look, I feel like I could fit into the crew. I look
yeah,
like
of
one of
course,
y'all.
of
You know
course.
what I'm saying? So, like, what is it like about it, and like, how do you feel like you represent the culture yourself for Amsterdam and Suriname specifically?
Yes. Yeah. To try to explain that a little bit. I come from a black neighborhood.
Of course,
I grew up there, and you hear and learn about your history.
of
Black
course.
people don't have like a really uh, how do you say? They have a bad history.
Yeah,
um,
hey,
Not
brother,
really
I
bad,
am
but
American. You know we
it
got a
was
bad
bad.
one
We had good times and we had bad times.
for
But
sure.
um, and yeah, you learn about your grandparents. They
I love
come
that
from Africa. Everybody
Yeah,
comes from Africa.
for sure.
And yeah, you learn also about the swag and the
Ha ha
music,
ha.
the hip hop, especially also the hip hop from America, like Biggie,
Okay,
Tupac, and stuff like that.
nice.
Um, and yeah, what can I say more, man?
I love it. Who you
I
listening
think
to
I
now
think
when you're at
every
the
every
gym?
every black neighborhood have the same, how do you say, like energy and
For
same,
sure.
almost the same vibe, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yo,
yeah, man.
I love that you say that, man, because that's one thing, and I've been blessed to be able to, like you said, like travel around the world, and you get to meet to
Yeah,
really and talk to really dope folks, and
yeah,
one thing you notice that like all the hoods are the same.
yeah.
Like
True.
it's the same type of people in each one of them, and people are dope, man, and be able to see. And again, like that's why I love watching like you guys go out there. Like I grew up watching Tyrone Spunk,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like, that was my guy,
Yeah, yeah,
and like
we come from the same neighborhood, me and Tyrone.
really,
Yeah, yes,
oh,
yes, yeah,
so
yeah.
that neighborhood just breeds killers. I see
Yeah.
that's just it's just absolute
uh,
killers
you
that
can say
neighborhood
that,
breeds.
yes.
I love it, man. But do you see it, and I really appreciate. I always like when I speaking to guys from those neighborhoods, and those are people I always try to get on my show as well because I think it's so cool to be able to see, especially in martial arts, to be able to
Yeah.
see that energy and that swagger come out there. Brother, salute to you, man. I love it. What music you talking about? Like some stuff from the States. What hip hop you listening to right now?
Right now, just the local Dutch hip hop now, and also the old school, like
Yeah,
let me say Ice Cube, Biggie, Tupac, Easy E. Um, then we
I love
go
that.
a little bit filters like 50 Cent,
Okay.
Yeah, so
Hey man, quality hip hop you listening to, man. I love that.
yeah, of course, of course.
Oh man.
DMX, yeah, man, it's
Oh man.
the legends and the
Respect.
living legends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
no, I love that, man. I like look, I cannot wait to go to Amsterdam one day and listen to DMX playing at a gym. That's gonna be the dopest shit ever.
Yeah,
All right, well, let me talk to you about this because we haven't jumped into it. One championship.
yeah,
One championship, in my opinion, and I obviously want to get your opinion. It
yeah,
is really amazing, and they're doing something cool because they are the one organization that's doing something different than the UFC, right?
yeah,
They're doing the kickboxing, they're doing the Muay Thai, they're doing the grappling. For you
yeah.
being in the organization, how has the experience been for you?
For me, it's been great.
Yeah,
I think one championship is the first like really big organization that I ever fought for,
yeah, yeah.
and I just tell you like this: I can't complain. It's a very professional organization,
Fantastic.
and I feel at home. So
Good.
yeah.
Has it been great being able to like how is the relationship for instance like with Chatri? Is Chatri seem does he feel like a good boss over there and does he feel like he's running a good ship?
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a good boss.
Mhm.
He knows every ins and outs of the game
Nice.
because before he was a fighter also.
Right.
He
Right.
still
It
does
makes a difference.
martial arts, so he knows everything. So that's a difference between other big organizations. Mostly there is a boss and they don't know about the fighting game. They
Right.
they only know about the business. But
Right.
Chatri,
Right.
he knows both sides. And that's,
Mhm.
I think, um, by the way he's running the organization is better for the athletes.
For sure.
Yeah,
No, it
yeah,
seems like it. And everybody that I've seen from there, you guys seem happy. Like you really
yeah,
seems like
yeah,
you guys are happy. I mean, and granted, you got 2 titles now, so why wouldn't you be happy, right? You're like,
Yeah, of course, of course.
well, let me ask you this before we get you out of here. And brother, thank you so much for your time today. I
Yeah,
really do
no problem,
appreciate
no
it, man.
problem.
And
Yeah.
again, like, dude, I'm honored. You are the best kickboxer in the world, and to be able to have somebody of your caliber on here, dude, seriously, I appreciate it. So let me ask you this: you are the best. You have all the belts. What's next? Who is there? Anybody specifically you want next, or do you just want to keep piling up wins?
Oh, I'm just keep winning, man. I just want to keep winning. The goal is for now to defend my kickboxing title at
Okay.
least 5 more times.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that makes then after I accomplish that, I defend my belt 10 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for the Muay
Ridiculous.
Thai, I will defend the belt, and
Uh-huh.
I don't have like a goal right now for the Muay
Okay.
Thai belt. The first
Mm.
mission was to win, of
To
course,
win it.
and I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now it's only a week now, not even a week, but
Man, look at my man. My man don't even look like you've been in the fight. Over here looking clean.
yeah, pretty face, So I couldn't say that about my opponent, but
No, you could not. He was
uh,
definitely lumpy.
yes. But for now, yeah, no goals yet, and no,
Okay.
I don't have opponent in my mind. I'm just a guy. Give me a contract, give me a date, and I will be there and I will fight. So
Absolutely. No, dude, I love that, man. You, my friend, are a true champion. You're going out there to be able to go out there and not just win in one sport. You went out there and fought in 2. Mad respect. Real quick,
thank you.
and I know you said this a little bit on one of the media days, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Again, you grew up watching K1. Is there
Yeah.
any specific fights or fighters from that you really looked at growing up was just like, damn, I want to do it just like them? So for me, like I said, it was Bull Cow. When I saw Bull Cow doing this thing, I was like, what is this? Like, I want to
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
this. Like, so is there anybody for yourself?
Let me see. I had, yeah, I was looking, of course, to Badr Hari, Gokhan Saki.
Man, yeah,
Um, if
legends.
one of those two would fight, it will be war. And
Yeah.
I was thinking like, okay, I want that the same energy that I'm feeling when they are
Mhm.
fighting. I want that people have when they see me fighting, or
Yes.
when they know that I'm going to fight. They have to feel the same energy.
Well,
So yeah.
brother, you have accomplished that. All right. I'm telling you, you have accomplished that.
Thank
You
you.
are one of the most exciting fighters in the world, man. And truly, like I said, I respect your time. I told you it'll be about this time. So I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. But thank you
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
for
you're
joining
welcome.
us on the show today. Really quick, you let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me at Instagram at Kolidrat. Yeah, I'm not gonna spell it because my English is very bad.
It's all good.
And
I'll
you
put
can
it in the
find me on
comments and everything too.
Facebook, Regian Eersel, and yeah, just follow my journey. I'm gonna write history. I already
You
did,
are.
but I'm gonna write more history.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, to everybody, Regian Aerosol, the immortal one, brother, thank you
Yes,
so much
yes,
for joining me
yes.
on the show, and
You're welcome.
much
You're welcome.
continued success.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, brother. Have a good rest of your morning or afternoon.
Afternoon. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
All right, take care. Everybody, the immortal one, Regian Aerosol.
Yes,
Peace.
yes. Yes.
All right, everybody. That was the immortal one, Regian Eersel. I'm telling you guys, he is and like I wasn't being facetious. He is the absolute best kickboxer in the world. You guys need to go ahead and check him out. If you haven't already, I put all the notes and everything for you guys in the comments below, so you can go ahead and check that out. All right. Make sure you guys follow the Fight Podcast everywhere podcasting is available: Apple, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher. We have more hot fire shit coming for y'all. Much love. We'll see.